Well, hello there. Welcome to Klein Farm Channel. I'm Tyler, and tonight I'm going to be making some pork chops on the grill and some macaroni and cheese and some other stuff here. And it's been a long day. Um, I'm going to get it all done here and I'm going to make the video as short as I can, but also not very short because I need watch hours to get to the 4,000 watch hour limit so I can get monetized. But here we go. So I haven't made a cooking video in 2 or 3 weeks. I haven't used the grill in that time because it needs cleaned off a little bit. So I had left this open and it was pouring down rain, and a whole lot of rain and water got down in here. So I'm just going to cheat and hit that right there. Hopefully if it'll get behind there. There you go. Just got sticky fingers. Got my bucket of charcoal. Keep it in a 5-gallon bucket. Keeps it fresh. Doesn't go bad. And it's in a safe space. That'd probably be enough. Now with charcoal, it's not as efficient as propane, but I like the flavor of charcoal. And charcoal is pretty fun because you're having a fire. You have a fire with propane too, but charcoal is more like a campfire almost than propane. Propane isn't very far away from your kitchen stove. But with charcoal, you gotta put all the bricks up here on a little pyramid, and it has to be almost perfect or they won't all light up. So there's my little charcoal pyramid. Get some lighter fluid. Just put a little bit on there. You don't want too much, but you also don't want not enough either. That ought to be good. This is the first bottle of lighter fluid I've got for actually using for a charcoal grill. And we bought it the day we bought the grill here. And it's lasted. There's still a good bit left in there. There's probably a fifth or a sixth left in there yet. I used to really go through lighter fluid. But not for cooking. Just for making fires bigger. Now, according to the directions, you're supposed to let the lighter fluid soak in for a minute or two, but you let it soak in too long and it won't really light. So I have the grill down there off the porch because I don't want to catch the porch on fire. And my luck, that would happen. But you gotta let charcoal cook for 10, 15, 20 minutes till all the coals turn white or gray. Then you spread them out, because even though there's fire on it now, yeah, if you'd spread it out like that, it wouldn't cook very well. It might even go out, and then you'd have to start all over again. The thing with charcoal, it teaches patience. Propane, instantly. Charcoal, you get dirty fingers and you get patience. Today was a good day, a very good day for the channel here. I got over 800,000 views on my channel. I woke up to that this morning, and I was expecting it because I had 797,000 or so when I went to bed. So I woke up with 800 and some thousand, and that was pretty nice. I'm very close to 1 million views on my channel as a whole. Now that doesn't do anything, like it doesn't help you get paid or anything, but it's just a personal milestone that I can say that I have almost 1 million views on YouTube. that is outstanding. But I am also very close to getting monetized. I have 1,300 and almost 80 subscribers. I might have more than that now. I haven't looked here in the last day or two, so I might have more than that even now. But I was right around 1,377 subscribers last time I checked, and I have about 1,000 watch hours, and you need 4,000 watch hours to monetize your channel to get paid. And after you monetize, every 1,000 views you get about 18 cents. So if you have so if my math is right, every 10,000 views it'd be like 18 bucks, which isn't great money. It isn't bad money. I mean, it all depends on how many views you can get. For now, that would be including long videos and short videos, as far as I think. As my short videos get a lot more views than the longer ones. The long video average is around 100 to 200, and my short videos average, they used to average around 1,000 views, but right now they dropped off significantly because I haven't had that many tractor videos out. So my average right now is around 500 to 1,000, but I have shorts with over 70,000 views, with over 50,000. So I do very good on shorts. My channel, the bread and butter of the channel is shorts, but you can't monetize off of them unless you have 10 million views in 90 days. And I have 800,000 views on the channel as a whole, so I'm nowhere near that. I used to be close. I used to be over 300,000 views in the last 90 days. I was hanging around there for a long time, but now I'm think I'm less than 200,000 because I haven't been putting out many short videos because I'm trying to put out more long videos to get my watch hours up, because watch hours only count on the long videos longer than a minute. Well, I think this might have went out. I'm gonna spray a little more juice on it and light it again. It's still smoking, so there's still fire there, but I'm gonna let it get a little hotter. I'm patient, but I'm not gonna sit here for an hour before it'll be ready to cook on. But we're all settled in here in the new place. We moved, and very, very, very grateful for that. I mean, it was horrible living there with my mother. She hates me so much. She hated me since the day I was born, because I was born with a cleft palate and cleft lip. And since the day I was born, she hated me. And always treated me like the redheaded stepchild. The thing is, I don't know why she fought so hard to keep me away from my dad, when I probably would have had a better life growing up with him. I really, really think I would have, because my mom really just mentally, physically, any way possible abused me my entire childhood, just pounded me into the sand. Like, I am amazed how well I am adjusted, considering how she treated me and how she raised me. She's a horrible person. But that being said, I'm over it. I never have to talk to her again in my life. And probably won't even after life, because she probably ain't going the same place I am. It's sad to say, but you can't help some people. But that being said, also, I know that there's a lot of people who watch my channel here who are part of the reason that I was forced to leave my home and I had to abandon my home. I had to go to the bank and give them the keys to my house in Pennsylvania because pretty much they were forcing us out. Other relatives who I bought my house. I bought my farm in Pennsylvania. It was in the family probably over 100 years. The house was built in 1885, and I know my great-great-grandparents, maybe my great-great-great-grandparents lived there as far back as the 1930s. And probably even farther back than that, because I saw a paper saying from like 1911 calling it the Wagner House. So it was in my family for a very long time. And Wagner's my grandparents. And, you know, some people wanted it for free. And I bought it. And I went around after, well, even when my great-grandmother was still alive, I asked her if I could buy it. And she said yes, I could buy it from her. And as long as everybody else that would be interested in it said it was okay. And I went around, I asked everybody, all her kids, all my aunts and uncles and everybody, would you be alright if I buy it? And they all said, yeah, that's fine, I'm glad to keep it in the family. Well, there was a lot of other people that wanted it, but they didn't want to buy it. They wanted it for free. They wanted it given to them. And that's just sad. That's pathetic. And when I started making it my own and getting everything done up to build my farm the way I wanted it to be, that's when I had a lot of nasty people showing their true colors. And I wasn't gonna keep my family, my kids around that, and it wasn't safe. My horse ended up getting murdered. There were people shooting guns off back behind my house in the middle of the night. There were people killing my animals and bragging about it to my face, saying, yeah, I ran it over. Like, they killed some ducks I had, like big Muscovy ducks that I had for years. Killed them, threw them down underneath my Jeep, and I went and threw them back in the woods. The next day they killed another one, threw it back under the Jeep again, same exact spot. But it got really bad. It really did. It got very bad, and I've let it go. I really have. But people like that, it'll always come back and bite. It'll always come back and bite them in the end. But it was like an old Western movie, pretty much. They forced us off our homestead and out of our land, and I wasn't gonna fight. I could have fought for it. I could have went to court. I had a very good case. They had no case. But I wasn't going to put my kids through that, because my wife did not feel safe there at all. She was scared to death of being there, thinking that they were going to hurt her. And I didn't want my boys around that either. They were very small babies yet when we moved. And I don't want to talk to anybody from anywhere in Bannerville, Pennsylvania, or anywhere around there. Don't send me a friend request on Facebook. I will block you. I don't want you watching my channel, but there ain't nothing I can do about that. But oh well. But that's enough of that talk for now. Let's straight back to the cooking video. See, they're starting to all turn white, but we got a long way to go yet. And I don't think closing the lid makes any difference on it or not. I really don't think it does, so I just leave it open. That's the bad thing about charcoal. It takes forever to get started if you don't have it stacked perfectly. So apparently didn't have it stacked very perfect. Let's put a little bit more fluid on this side. Try to make it a little bit evener. But we are all moved in and settled in here. We've been here about 2.5 weeks now, and it is tremendously better for me on my anxiety and my stress level. It was so bad being there at my mom's house. That was horrible. That was out of pure desperation and having nowhere else to go. Because we moved back in there after we moved out of the apartment. Because we moved back to North Carolina in 2021, in November 21, at the end of the month. And we lived with my mom for about a month and a half. And then we got an apartment and we lived there 13 months. And that was a fairly nice apartment. The only thing I didn't like about it was a second floor, and I was very, very heavy then. I was over 260 pounds, and that just killed me going up and down the stairs all the time. But I'm 189 right now. I should be, if I was following my diet, I should be close to 169, but I've been neglecting my diet ever since we moved in here. I'm just finally starting to get back on track with it. But the biggest part of me losing weight here after I lost the first initial like 50, 60 pounds is I have to walk. Like, I have to walk a couple miles a day if I want to keep losing weight. Like, otherwise I would just have to like starve myself pretty much to keep losing weight. But that doesn't really work anymore. So like, I gotta walk a couple miles, and if I walk a couple miles, I can lose 2 to 3 pounds a day and still eat 3 meals a day and healthy foods and stuff. And I do about anywhere from 100 to 500 to 600 push-ups a day, and that doesn't do a thing for losing weight. It does not. It doesn't matter if I do 500 push-ups every single day. It won't make me lose weight. All it does is make my muscles bigger, and it tones up my whole body. Push-ups are the best exercise you can do, but they don't make you lose weight. Sit-ups will make you lose weight, but I haven't really started sit-ups yet. But I should, because my giant belly's not in the way anymore. But we didn't buy land yet. We're still hoping to buy land in the next year. Bladen County, North Carolina, Robeson County, North Carolina, maybe. Down closer to the oceans there a little bit. And there's lots of land down there for fairly cheap. We can get 10 acres for around 50,000, and I want at least 10 acres. I mean, I would love to have more. We were looking at 97 acres for 250,000, and that was way down, pretty far away. That was down close to South Carolina border. That was in Scotland County, I believe. But that would have been too far away from work. But 97 acres, that would have been outstanding. Yeah, I would have loved that. But we want to get at least 10. I got my big air compressor back. I think it's like a 6-gallon air compressor, because that's a 5-gallon bucket right there beside it. So that's around about that air compressor. I had my friend bring down from Pennsylvania. That's from my original farm up there in Pennsylvania. I ended up getting that for free because it was broke when it came in the mail, and They gave us a whole refund on it, and they didn't want us to mail it back. They said just keep it. So it still worked. It worked perfect. So that was a real good deal on that. I don't know if it still works now. I mean, it hasn't been turned on in probably over 2 years. I haven't tried it yet. But the tire on the WJ over there, the silver one, that passenger side front tire, it has a pretty decent leak in it. And I gotta fill that up with air probably once a week or once every other week, or it'll go flat. I'm probably gonna have to use that for that because that Jeep's out of commission right now till I get the brakes fixed. I gotta get the brakes fixed on that. I'm gonna try to do it myself. I've I've worked on brakes before on old Honda three-wheeler, and I think on my '55 Ford F100 pickup, I think I messed with the brakes a little bit on that, but I wasn't the main one doing it. So I'm gonna look into doing that. But until then, that Jeep's completely out of commission because them brakes are like locked up. It won't move. So I'm probably gonna have to pump the tire up with that compressor if it works whenever I go to change the brakes on it. So it's starting to burn pretty good now. Look at that. So I'll let it get a little bit more white around the whole outside there. Then I'll spread them out. Then I'll add a couple more bricks on top of it. And I'll bring the pork chops and a couple hot dogs out. And here's my calf crate I made last year. It's my little shed right now for my push mower. I never had a self-propelled mower before. I've had other push mowers, but I prefer riding mowers. But the self-propelled one's pretty cool. I was just recording there. Well, I wasn't recording, but I thought I was. So I don't know if I was talking when I thought I wasn't recording or not. But if I was, I apologize. Say this is getting pretty close to being able to spread them out. Now this is a self-propelled mower. I've never had a self-propelled push mower before. I've always had riding mowers. I've had a few push mowers, but never self-propelled. And I think a really cool idea would be to hook up some kind of a wagon or a dolly to the back of it and just sit on that and see if it'd pull me around. I don't know if it could pull me around or not, but that'd be pretty cool if it would. Be like one of them old self-propelled mowers from the 50s that had the little cart that you sat on behind it. That'd be cool. Well, I'm gonna wait just a couple more minutes. Well, that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna level it out now a little bit. I'm gonna add a couple more on top too. Well, I think I'll just leave these here for now. So that ought to be good. I don't think I need to add any more extra on there. Got 4 pork chops and 2 nice North Carolina hot dogs. Anybody from North Carolina knows that the red hot dogs are the best ones. Well, it's not dark out yet, but the sun's finally went down. It's still daylight, but it's not as hot. It's been 100 degrees here for the last 2-3 weeks, and the foreseeable future is supposed to be 100 degrees every day. Do it right. Well, let's take a look here at the pork chops and hot dogs. Well, that one got pretty burnt. I don't want it to fall through the crack there. I don't know if it would or not. Let's try these. And this one here needs a little bit more heat over it. I think these little hot dogs will fall right through the crack there if I let them. Tell you what, last night I made one of the best things I ever made in my life. It was so good. It was fried cabbage goulash, and I made a video about it. I did, but I went off pretty hard on that and in my talking, and I had a little bit of a panic anxiety attack during it, and I vented a little bit more than I should have, so I'm not going to be uploading that video unless I can figure out how to edit it and let's keep the cooking part in, because that was about one of the best things I ever made. It was very healthy too, very good. I ate a whole bunch of it and didn't gain a pound from it. Gotta check on this stuff again. Should soon be done. No, I'd say the hot dogs are done. I'm gonna take them in. Pork chops, I'd say they're not done yet. See, this is what happens when you don't have even heat. Is all them black ones, all them black charcoals down there, they're not really cooking, putting off a lot of heat, but all the white ones are. Take the hot dogs in. Let them cook a little bit longer. I also made a video here just a little bit ago of me cutting up the whole pork loin, the whole boneless pork loin, and that's where I got these pork chops from. We bought a whole pork loin from the grocery store, and in the video I show you how to cut it up and how to package it and put it in the freezer for what you're not going to be eating today. And it was $1.98 a pound, and it was about 10 pounds, so it was around $20. And if you would, I got 5 packs of pork chops out of it, 4 per pack, and about 1.5 to 2 pound pork roasts out of it, and that would have been like $45 to $50 worth of stuff if you bought it individually. But buying the whole thing in one piece, I saved a lot of money. And I was a meat cutter and a butcher for a lot of years, and that is one of the best ways to save money and get a lot of extra meat too. Now, if you don't want to cut it yourself, just most grocery stores, not Walmart, but most smaller grocery stores will cut it for you. like Food Lion, Piggly Wiggly, any IGA pretty much, Wise Markets in Pennsylvania, any small grocery store. Let's check on these. So I'm gonna put barbecue sauce on them, but not out here. I'm gonna do that on the plate. Now I said in the video, in the other video, that the boneless pork chop here, if you look at it the right way, it's the exact same shape as a ribeye, a beef ribeye steak, because that's the exact same part of the animal as a ribeye steak, but this is a pig, so it's pork chop. Now with pork, you really have to make sure that it's cooked thoroughly though. Like with beef, I like rare, medium rare. I like it pink and maybe even a little bit of blood yet. But with pork, you absolutely cannot do that. You have to make sure it's cooked the whole way through, just like chicken, because it can get you really sick if you eat it rare. But the fried cabbage goulash I made last night for dinner was absolutely delicious. It was so good. I did post a picture of it in the crock pot on my Facebook, and I don't think too many people saw it, but pretty much the ingredients were pound of hamburger, half a head of cabbage, fried in a pot on the stove. Just put some butter on it. Don't put water in it or anything. Just cut up the cabbage, put it in a pot, put a little bit of butter in it, put it on medium heat, and cook it for half hour to an hour till it all cooks down, till it's almost brown, but like a dark yellow. I don't like it brown. You can cook it however you want, but I like it like a dark yellow color. And I cut a whole onion, well, half of a big onion, so it'd be the equivalent of a small onion. And I put a whole green bell pepper in. I put oregano, salt and pepper, some Weber Gourmet Burger seasoning, a jar of Walmart traditional pasta sauce, half a can of Chef Boyardee pizza sauce because I had that left over, and about half a pound of elbow macaroni noodles. Mixed it all together in the crock pot. It was so good, so delicious. And a very healthy meal too. Cabbage is one of the best foods to eat to lose weight. I've been eating a whole lot of cabbage. Let's check on this again. I'm gonna get one here off. I'd say these two are probably done. Well, maybe not. This side doesn't look too much, but this one here, that kind of looks pretty rare yet. Let's cut into it. See if oh, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty done. There's no pink at all. It's all white. That is so good too. It is so juicy. And this one was one that looked the least done, so I'd say they're all done. I'm going to take them all off the grill. Now, I didn't put any seasoning on them yet. Nothing at all. I'm going to put barbecue sauce on them. But that bite I just had, it was perfect. Just without anything on it. Just the meat itself there on the grill. It was so good. But now here you have all the waste. All these coals on here yet. They're just going to burn up, and that's a big waste. propane, you can just turn the propane off. Charcoal, there ain't much you can do about it, and it's just gonna waste it. I'm gonna put some Carolina Q barbecue sauce on my pork chops. It's in a glass bottle. Got it Piggly Wiggly, but I think they have it at other stores like Food Lion and stuff. Maybe Walmart. Now here's the finished product. Just some Kraft macaroni and cheese shells. And that's the end of this video. Thank everybody for watching. Hope you learned something. Please like, share, subscribe. Have a great day.